and it's going to be, the first one's going to be the no, actually, and the second one's going to be yes, and. Okay?
Have to say afterwards.
So, here it goes.
I think we should have a custom party.
No, actually I don't like that idea. I think we should do a pool party. That's much better.
No, actually a pool party is boring.
No, costume party is just taking it way over the top.
No, actually you're taking it way over the top.
The word no triggers our fight or flight response and raises our stress hormones like cortisol. So it actually doesn't feel good to be in those kind of no actually defensive conversations.
I think we should have a party.
Yeah, I love that idea. And it could be a themed party.
Yes, and that theme could be a costume party.
Yeah, and there's lots of other possibilities too, like a pool party.
Yes, and I think a costume party is more creative.
Yes, and what would be more creative is if we combined them. We could do a pool party that's a costume party.
Yes, and people would actually be able to wear their underwater costumes.
Right, yes. Swimming and costumes.
That's awesome.
It is like the Little Mermaid.
It's a Little Mermaid party. I knew you were gonna manifest a Little Mermaid party.
Yes! High five. With the yes.
Okay, so that's just examples, just to explain what yes and no actually are. I don't know what this means. So now I'm working on that screen. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so what we have here is yes and no actually. This isn't really a modern concept. It's modern terms, but it's kind of been around since like the dawn of creation. You know, these sort of the people who are naturally agreeable and people who are naturally kind of, you know, contradictory, contrary. We all know that one person who's just gonna like, no, actually it's this fact. That's me actually, but yeah, there's gonna be that one person. So there's, you know, the agreeable and the contrary. The only way to get to, the only way to get the best at an argument is to avoid it. Now this is from Dale Carnegie, and actually the teacher mentioned him about a week ago, and I think it was about a week ago. And he is like a really famous speaker, about a week ago, I know. He's a really famous speaker, and he is known for teaching how to sell. Like that's what he's known for. My grandpa actually worked in his program, and he is best known. These come from his book, How to Influence and Influence People. This book has sold 15 million copies. That's equivalent to The Grapes of Wrath. So if you haven't read this yet, you're probably in one point in your life going to read it, or you're going to know people who've read it. You know, it's a well-known and it's well-liked, and it's, you know, people believe in it. You know what I mean? So we have winning, Tiger Blood here, and that's sort of being able to agree, being amenable, and then we have the contrary person, which is kind of Squidward, always disagreeing, never really getting along with people. You know what I mean? And then we have notable people who've been trained with the yes and. So we have Jimmy Fallon, we have Conan O'Brien, we have Will Ferrell. All these people have used yes and yeah, they're all comedians, but I think they've used it in their life and in their business and how to communicate with people and how to get along with people. So as you can probably tell, I've been leading up to the application in business. And it's not just in life, but it's also, you know, kind of not just in improv, but it's also going to be in business and how you handle people and how you treat people. For example, Patrick Marin, from the Journal of Business Strategy. He says, an improvisation is, as in brainstorming, no idea injected into the conversation can be rejected no matter how stupid. This is just saying, let's just keep things moving, let's not stop and kind of bag on this one person who's giving this idea. Bryce Christensen, he drew a deduction from Tina Fey's novel, Bossy Pants, and he states, in business it pays to have the qualities of improvisationists: respect, create, contribute, adapt. This sounds familiar, right? It's kind of what Carnegie was talking about a little bit ago. He's talking about keeping things moving, being agreeable, saying yes, and. Okay, so there's lots of examples of yes and at work. We have, for example, business improvisations. They have a company and they introduce, they have this sort of belief that they kind of go along with the yes and concept, and they kind of bring the yes and into their business, and they make it kind of a company culture, and actually they mention culture. So the yes and creates a good, it prevents, they're saying, stopping the no, using the no creates a bad culture. And culture is kind of like a hot word in business, where you're going to be interacting with a lot of people who say culture. Okay. And here's another example, Second City Communications, and they say a lot of the same things, and it's just a lot of these popping up. And of course, we're a religious, college, and in it we're going to use the Bible. And so 2 Timothy 2:23 states, "Don't have anything to do with foolish and stupid arguments, because you know they produce quarrels." So, thank you. So, for example, by the way, that's my Bible. It's making a cameo. It's famous. So it's pretty obvious. This sounds familiar, right? Well, Dale Carnegie didn't come up with this, but Dale Carnegie took this from the Bible. Finally, we have Dr. Covey. He is also really well known. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This has sold 25 million, so that's, I know all of you probably read The Grapes of Wrath, right? Not The Grapes of Wrath, The Great Gatsby, right? Or at least should have at one point. Okay, well, The Great Gatsby has sold as many copies as this book, so at one point you're probably going to read this. So he's kind of stepping it back a little bit, and he's saying there's always going to be a opportunity cost for saying yes. There's always going to be this no at the other side of it. All right, that's it. Thank you. Woo!